Hello there, my name is Julius Reed, and you're listening to the NeverFap Deluxe Daily. Here is the theme tune, That's the theme tune, it's sexy like me. Obviously, I don't have low self-esteem. It's crippling! Welcome to the show. Today we're talking about recovery. Recovery is the reward, is what we're talking about. But actually, no, we're not talking about it yet, because we have one more segment before then. The checkup! That's the wrong one. Confusing my buttons there. Of course, I'd like to touch your buttons if you're a hot girl listening to the show. Maybe had a terrible thought of like, well, if it's a hot girl, then what if I get porn? Like I do like porn with the reed, and then like she gets hooked to the reed, and then she can't stop listening, and then she has to hit that the 5-star button on iTunes. Get excited for that. Something to look forward to your day. 9 p.m. Just kind of give me 5 stars on iTunes. Alrighty then, moving on. The checkup where I, Daddy Dr. Reed, checks up on you, a young man or woman, or perhaps you're in your 80s and you're like, I can't stop beating it. I've been beating it since the war. That was, I guess that wasn't my old, I'll try and do my old person. Oh yes, I've been masturbating since the war. That was so bad, I apologize. How are you coping? Are you doing okay? Are you living your best life? If not, then you may as well kill yourself. Do it. Obviously not sending a good message to the kiddies out there. But in particular, the 80-year-olds, you got to watch out for them. They're frail. A bone could snap at any moment. Also sexual. So you're coping or you're not coping? Tell me your thoughts. Email me. Maybe you need some help. NeverFapDeluxe@gmail.com. I can send you some special fry rye. I meant to say special advice, but, special fry rye sounded cooler, didn't it? Did you meditate today? Meditation, so very important if you want to maintain balance. That mental balance, so crucial if you want to make it through your day. Otherwise, you'll end up like this. Toasty! That made no sense. But no, you will be failing. What I meant is the sad... No, I don't... No, come on. No, come on, we'll get there. Come on. Oh, thank God. So you'll be very sad if you're not meditating daily, I guess. Are you exercising? Are you exercising? Are you getting a pumped? The power. I think that was an 80s tune. I don't think it actually was. I think it was like parts of like several 80s tunes thrown together. Did you remain calm? Did you remain aware? Without awareness, how can you catch yourself doing unhealthy coping mechanisms? Maybe you're really stressed out and you start getting all, urges and stuff. Learn to let go. Learn to be aware of when you do that. And so you can basically let go and feel great about yourself. What are you going to do differently as well? Do you need to do anything differently? Maybe you don't. That's cool. I'm cool with that. If you're cool with that, I'm cool with that. As long as it's you being cool doesn't include you touching your dick or your wet vagina. I don't know. Maybe you got a dry one. I don't know how that works. I'm not a woman, but I used to dress up as a girl when I was younger. So maybe there's something there. Coming up to the topic. Thank you, Topic Header, for bringing us into the new age, also known as Stage 2, the topic. Topic is recovery is the reward, and it's a very simple message that I bring forth to thy listener. You, Mr. Listener, here, have a rabbit. So there's a simple message, that I think could help us. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking about it, would I? Then, interesting. Basically that your successful recovery is the reward at the end of the day. And, some people have like this twisted idea of what the reward is. A lot of addicts basically have like an addiction mindset, which is cool. They have this mindset of like, well, if I get to abstain for a period of time from masturbation and porn, then, I get to reward myself with video games, with, I don't know, sugar. I don't know what you kids are into. Or oldies. I guess if you're old, it's prune juice. A fine delicacy for those over the age of 80. A lot of addicts, that addiction mindset of, dealing with struggle and then rewarding themselves. I guess it's sort of a bit of a fallacy because what I guess addicts don't realize, at least those with that addiction mindset, is that once you do recover, you simply won't want to reward. Like, there is no struggle and then reward. It's basically constant reward. When you have mental balance, it's like there's no need to like go out and have a soft drink or experience that high. It's because you'll be mentally consistent. There's just no desire. You won't have that highs and lows. You'll just be in the middle somewhere. And when you're in that middle, it's like it's fantastic. I couldn't possibly describe it. It's like you're happy all the time. So yeah, that is what you have to look forward to. There's no need for like, abstain, struggle, and then reward. It's like it is the reward. So this is basically pointing out that once you recover, there will be no thought of porn or masturbation. You won't have any urges. It's just not there. It's simply not in your mind. You won't be thinking about it. It's just not there. It's not there. So, it's the worst when people are like, it's normal to be horny all the time, or it's normal to always get urges. It's like, that's not true. The reason why you're having urges all the time is because your mental health recovery strategy is simply ineffective. And it means you need to change some of your behaviors. You need to maybe adopt some new coping mechanisms, healthy coping mechanisms. I've outlined 2 on the show already: meditation and exercise, great ways to cope effectively. So yeah, I can basically verify that once you have control of your mind, there's no ups and downs. It's basically stable, baby. So yeah, there's no need to reward yourself. But basically another way to think of it is that if you do have this sort of reward mindset, then perhaps you need to look into your strategy. Perhaps you need to look into how you're coping, because if you're getting to a point where you are struggling and you're struggling so much that you feel like you need a reward, well, then it suggests that maybe, you're meditating incorrectly. Maybe you're not meditating at all. Get on the meditation, buddy. I'll kill you. Sorry for killing you. It was an irrational, impromptu decision. But I went ahead with it, and no regrets. The read does not regret. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Recovery is the reward. Which brings us to the next segment. The viewer mail. The viewer mail! Started whistling there because I was feeling horny. The viewer mail. Today's viewer mail comes from Brianna Bell from Caracas, Venezuela. As you notice there, I didn't slow down for that name, did I? Nah, because I'm a professional read, professional daddy. Loving the conclusions on the show. Brianna says, "Hey, Julius, you gay homosexual." All right, that's a rough start. I will have you know that I'm a heterosexual. That's right. I like vaginas and vaginas only. Although I will take, the occasional, if you just throw in a dick there, and it feels good, I'll go with it. So Brianna says, obviously starting out with the extreme neg, as learnt in Neil Strauss's The Game. I think my dad has a urine fetish, okay? Because the way he... Why, Brianna? Why? I mean, obviously, very serious. But I shouldn't have written this. I think my dad has a urine fetish because the way he shows affection is by peeing on me. I think it's kind of disturbing, as I'm only 12. Should I tell my father how I feel? Well, Brianna, thank you for exposing yourself and especially your full name. That's very brave of you, especially since you're 12. I don't know, is that legal? Can I say the full name of a 12-year-old? Well, you see, Brianna, the thing is, your dad clearly has mental health issues, which is why it's important that you learn to bottle your emotions so you can avoid further disappointment in your sad, shallow life. I suggest maybe building up a tolerance to piss. Maybe start with drinking sort of like a quarter cup of piss, with breakfast each day, and slowly work your way up to 1 cup. Maybe that might help. I don't know where he's pissing, of course, directly in your mouth. Obviously, that's severe mental illness, and you should actually look into child protection services. Alternatively, you could just drink American beer instead if you like the taste of piss. Boom! That's right. American beer is terrible. Everyone knows it. Bud Light, what's the deal with that? Who's drinking light beer? You should be shot, killed, murdered. That's right, your sad existence being eradicated from this earth. I don't drink beer. I think beer is terrible in general. Obviously, murdering your father is an option. Knife to the throat. I don't know how. I don't know. Maybe he's a lot bigger than you. He'll probably react, snap your neck, and kill you first. I hope that doesn't come to that. But whatever you do, definitely don't tell your father how you feel, because as everyone knows, open communication with someone you care about is one of the most destructive things you can do. Bottle it in, son, bottle it in. And, cutting your wrists is also a great way to go about it as well. Who's? Okay, sorry, FBI. Yes, no, I will stop talking to the child. Lol, jokes, I'm going to keep talking. Cutting your wrists is also a great way to go about it. And as they say, a cut a day keeps the rapists away. Or something like that. That was very distasteful. It's a bit of a fail. Okay, sad. Yeah, I'm just sad. Ruining the show one word at a time. Thank you for listening. If you've managed to get this far, my gosh, talking about wasting your life away. But hopefully that helped. Recovery is the reward. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Discord, Reddit. Look after your mental health. There's another podcast that grows daily. Send us a review.